Hey everybody, it is ElCid 932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Let me fix this camera because I was recording alone episode 4 earlier and I had to change my angles. Let's see who's here. Glad for everyone who's here. Hey Ari, Ari is here. That's fine, Ari. Sorry you missed Unscripted last week, but we're going to have lots of fun this week. We're changing it up just a little bit. We have two requests. And as promised, we're going to have a music section. As promised, we're going to have a music section this week. Hey, Moon Dust Angel, thank you for being here. Hey, Debbie. Debbie, as always, is here. Letitia, hey, guys. Hey, Nestos, Shackle Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Good evening. Hey, Shaby. Oh, Letitia, thank you. Just, threw it on, this whole thing. Thank you. Y'all, this is ElCid 932 Unscripted. Actually, you, the audience, write the script. I usually put up a post during the week, and you will put your suggestions as to where we start the conversation. But this intermission, I cannot play music. And my singing career never happened, so I won't be singing. I may say some lyrics, but I definitely will not be singing. And we're going to have some fun today. So let's start off, with something that I thought, maybe let's start with fun, but it may be a little controversy. So I have not only the top 100 songs of that year, and shout out to ElTeddy 27, the original. He, usually does this, but y'all, I have been on water and saltine crackers for a 24-hour span just so I could be here with y'all live today. All I got to say is I'm struggling. I'm going to have my first meal after this live, but I'm here with you and I'm feeling way better. So let's start off. I think I have the top 100 for a particular year and the top 10 of the 100 songs of that year. And then I have the top 10 R&B songs. Okay. So which one do y'all want to start with? Just the general, all music? Like put a 1 in the chat if you just want the general top 10 music for that year. And I'll let you know the year soon. And or do you want the top R&B? Put a 2 in the chat if you want the top 10 R&B of this particular year. And because I have the folks here in my Nesto universe, I got to tell you, the year is 1990. Y'all know why it's 1990. Y'all know exactly why I picked 1990. Because why? Because the 90s were the best year for the lady we talk about over in the Nesto universe. We're going to do 1990. So 1, if you just want the top 10, just general songs. Okay. And 2, if you want the R&B top 10. Which one we're going to do first? We're going to do both, but which one you want to do first? Okay. Girl, Moon Dust Angel, the shop is closed. The shop is closed, not for renovation. But yes, people usually an upset stomach, it means they're expecting. So I'm seeing 1s and 2s evenly. Y'all don't make me choose, y'all. Don't make me choose. Okay? Don't make me choose. 1 for just a general top 10 for all music out of the top 100 of 1990, or we're going to do the R&B first. Which one y'all want? I see an equal number of 1s and an equal number of, number 2s in the chat. So I need more people to say, oh, I'm just going to pick 1. I'm just going to pick 1 of them. Let me say that. If not necessarily 1. But I don't see anybody putting anything else up there. So let's just talk about the top 10, just the general ones. And I let more people come in and we'll get to the R&B because I love more of the R&B. Okay? But thank you all in the chat for letting me know. So according to this, the top 10 out of the top 100, songs, I see you voted twice, Shaby. That's okay. There's no stipulation that you can't vote twice. So number 10 out of the, top 100 songs for 1990, number 10 was Blaze of Glory by John Bon Jovi. Now, y'all, that's a favorite song of mine. I love Blaze of Glory. I love Bon Jovi, the band. I can sing the chorus, but I'm not going to. But I love the guitar work in Blaze of Glory. Number 10 was Blaze of Glory. Hey, K-Sharp, we're starting off with a little music. This is the top 10 out of the top 100 for 1990. And because of the folks who are here from the Nesto world, you know why I picked 1990 to start off. Number 9, they tell us, is Cradle of Love by Billy Idol. There's some songs of Billy Idol I like, but I am truly deeply a fan. But number 8, I am a fan. And I'm sure you ladies in the chat can be with me. Okay? Okay? Yes, you give love a bad name. What? Number 8 is Hold On by In Vogue. Now, can we all say that we know In Vogue and Hold On? They came out in a blaze of glory on that song. Okay? Hold On by In Vogue is number 8. Now, they're bringing the mood down a little bit with number 7. Number 7 was Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins. I understand the song, but it's kind of melancholy for me. Kind of melancholy. I didn't like that one. Number 6, though, okay? Number 6 for 1990, top 10, is Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Now, she came out in a blaze of glory with that song. And I don't know about you, when I first heard it, I was like, this is kind of Whitney-esque, this voice. This voice is Whitney-esque. But you knew it was a different artist. They didn't show you who she was until a little bit later. So yes, number 6 was Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Again, absolutely fabulous song. You start playing it, everybody knows that. Yes, thank you. Yes, love that one. Hey Mimi, glad to have you here. Glad to see you here. Yeah, she sang her off. Girl, you know it. You know I can't say it. She sang her batonkas off. That don't sound too right. She said She sang her off. She did. So number 5, though, I was shocked at because I thought this song was older than 1990. I thought this song was older than 1990, but y'all, it tells me that I don't know my years too well. Number 5 is Vogue by Madonna. Now, who here thought Vogue by Madonna was at least 85? I did not know Vogue was 1990. I looked it up. I was like, you sure Vogue was released in 1990? Sure enough, it was 1990. Vogue by Madonna was number 5. Now, number 4, I would sing it right now. Get up, it'll get you moving. Number 4 is Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. Number 4 is Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. Now, that is one of my favorite rap groups. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. There's hardly anything Belle Biv and DeVoe did that, that I'll think is wrong. Strike a pose. Oh, we're not voguing until 90. I must have mixed everything up in my head, Shay B. I'm sorry. But yeah, Poison is number 4. Now, we get into the top 3. And y'all better say if y'all like it. None of these are R&B, y'all. None of these in the top 3 for 1990 out of the top 100 is R&B. I will warn you now. Now, number 3 is Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. How many of y'all know that song? Okay. How many of y'all know Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor? I know that entire song. Absolutely. Even though it's a slow paced song, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Now, number 2 is from, a movie. I can't remember. There were several movies where this was a part of it. It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. Must Have Been Love by Roxette. Yes, Shay B, we'll forgive Nothing Compares to You because Prince wrote it. We will. Hey, Vaughn's Reality, glad to have you here. We're starting off with the top 10 songs of 1990 because we love music over here. And we're at number 2 where It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. I know I've heard it in tons of the teeny bopper movies of 1990. I think it was part of Pretty Woman. It was several movies. Okay. Right. It must have been love, but it's over now. It was all that I wanted. Now I'm living without. I know the lyrics. I've heard it so many times. Now the top song that they say, I ain't really for it, but it's Hold On by Wilson Phillips. Now I know Wilson Phillips. I know about the group. I know about all that stuff. But Hold On was not one of my faves of theirs. Not at all. But Hold On, they say in this top 10 of the top 100 songs of 1990, they put Hold On by Wilson Phillips as the top song based on the chart and everything. I thought it was 80s for sure because it sounded like 80s. Moondust Angel, I thought so too. I thought so too, just like I did with Vogue. I had to go check it like, wait a minute, when was that released? Was that really released then? So y'all, that was it. We will go over in our intermission, I guess, we'll have a segment again of the top 10 R&B songs of 1990, which will have a lot more fun. But this was just to get the room going. So, as I said, I put a post up every week so y'all can lead this discussion. And one of the posts, I'm going to start with one just a little bit lighter. It says, talk about dating someone of a different race, country, ethnicity, culture, and or religion. Some may want to discuss dating someone of the same gender. Hey, C. Golden, glad to have you here. I really did like that song. Girl, I was too. So, this channel is all about Love is Blind, all about the dating shows where people go to another country, go to another culture, or sometimes we just learn how cultures court, date, marry, and navigate. So y'all know I'm also doing Match Me Abroad, where Americans go to different countries. Right now it's Ireland and Singapore that they're mainly going to try and find love. So even here in the US, you can find different races, ethnicities, cultures mixing together. My thing is be curious. Be open to learning. Like, you may not know what something is, you may not know, but ask a question. It's better to ask a question than, not understand. Like, my husband and I, you could say different cultures. He's certainly American culture, and I'm certainly Caribbean culture, where it is a difference. We're both, technically Black. We're both Black, but we have a difference in culture. Now, my husband, no matter what food or drink we make of a Caribbean nature, he's like, what's that? Can I taste that? Well, what's in it? And he would try it. He will tell us what he likes or doesn't like, and he's totally open to it. So again, to date someone, that's open to it, you have to be open to knowledge and sharing and be open to just conversing about things. Does he like jerk chicken though? Yes, he does. We're staying away from poultry for right now. That is definitely more Jamaican. My ex-mother-in-law was Jamaican. I even though I am the granddaughter of an East Indian man, certain peppers do make me, sick. So I can't do too many certain peppers of spicy things. Right. A person should not date other cultures without an open mind and heart. Yes, because you can learn so much. For me, I have dated in the past different ethnicities. Italian, Russian, Armenian, Greek. I mean, when I lived in New York and I was dating in New York, there isn't an ethnicity you did not encounter. I certainly dated someone from China, Japan. I mean, you have to be open to it. Now, when I was dating the guy who was from Greece, when he went to his family for dinner, there's a lot of things that I didn't know about, but the difference is his mother was just so happy to have someone that she could just teach all this stuff. Oh my gosh, you don't know what this is? And try this and try this. And I'm like, okay, just soaking up all this information. That's the difference. That's the difference I gather. You have to be inquisitive. Like when we travel now, like Mr. ElCid just reminded me, last year we went to Costa Rica on a great trip. Great trip. He just reminded me, he's like, honey, thank you so much for pushing us to just do that trip because it was a last minute trip. I said, honey, here's a deal. We could be in Costa Rica in 2 weeks. And he's like, I'm not sure. I said, honey, let's just do it. And he was like, okay, I'm going to trust you. Because we had to rent our own car and we're driving ourselves around to different spots in Costa Rica. And he was not with it at first. But he kept on saying, we had a wonderful trip. He's like, thank you, honey, for pushing. So whenever I try to organize a trip, I'm like, remember that trip? If you date someone from another culture, they should be aware that there are things you will not know because you're learning, and they should be understanding sometimes. They're not that it's bad. Hey, actually, Aubrey, glad to have you here. Y'all, I do Match Me Abroad. And other shows with actually Aubrey. Please check out her channel. Definitely glad to have you here. So y'all, yes, you have to be open and you have to communicate with them, like, and they have to communicate with you. They have to also tell you. It's kind of like when my son's friends come over and I tell them, you are responsible for letting your friends know the rules of this house. You are responsible. You're their liaison. You're the ambassador for this house. You are to tell your friends so they don't break the rules. So if you are visiting someone, like I said, I went to the house of the gentleman I dated who was Greek. It's his responsibility to tell me, hey, you can't hug and kiss my mama, or you can't hug and kiss my daddy. There are certain things you cannot do. There's certain things you cannot do as a lady, as a woman in our presence. They have to tell you, or the people, that you're visiting could be like, hey, we understand you don't know, so you won't, understand. I just sit back and wait, because some places, you cannot handle the food. You are to be, given food by your host or hostess. I just wait. I just wait and see, oh, what are we doing? I wait to be served by whoever it is that I came with. I wait if it's sitting down with the family, definitely. But y'all, culturally, you have to be open to the cultures and everything if you're willing to date someone of a different culture, of a different religion. Now, that's dating. If you are dating with the purpose to marry this person, you have to dive deeper. If you're going to marry this person and y'all have different religions or religious beliefs, you'll have to have that conversation before you have kids. You have to, because you're going to be confused. You're going to be confused unless you have definitively, this is how we're going to raise our children. Because in some religions, the children automatically take on the religion of the mother that they are born to. That's how they are. But again, you have to have that conversation. You have to know what the family's expectations are, your family, their family, before you even jump the hurdle into marriage, because it can be devastating. It can be. And you may end up with someone who expects conversion to their religion if you are to marry them. Now, if you all love the Bravo shows and you watch, like I used to watch Shahs of Sunset, I have seen, the lady convert to the gentleman's religion. They get married and they still ended up divorced. She decided to keep up with the religion, but that was not her initial religion when she was growing up. My husband was Arabic and informed me that their culture, when someone is on their cycle, they're not meant to hug anybody. He said this immediate family doesn't believe in this, but I should know it. Yes, that is another cultural element that, unfortunately you may be seen because of their nature and their culture. Sometimes women are sequestered to themselves. They don't have any visitors. And I'm not going to say that just because he's Arabic at all, because remember, I know if we look historically, women in Europe were also sequestered or shut in when they were pregnant and expecting. In the third trimester, they were basically put on bed rest and shut away from everybody. So everybody, has something a little bit different when it comes to, I guess, separating us ladies from the rest of the population or the rest of the world. But now the only thing I know, I wish Bible Lady was here. The only thing I know of, because the other part of the question was dating someone of the same, SMEX is, I have a lot of friends that are in the Rainbow Coalition. That's how I know that, the second date or the first date, you pull up with a moving truck. I have some friends who've been married for a long time and they just had a wonderful baby girl. I'm so happy for them. So I just know from my friends who are either poly or who are in a rainbow relationship. That's my insight to it. I have not been in one myself, which is really unfortunate because, girl, that is an extra cuddly time. You have to get a warm, water bottle or something. So before we get to the next one, let's get to the top 10 R&B songs. That was the first one. Someone asked about dating someone of a different race, country, ethnicity. Again, just be open-minded, expectations, and have full-on conversations. So this will be our kind of intermission. let's talk about the top 10 R&B songs because I want to get to it before we get to the second part, the second question in that was posed to me. So in the R&B section, I know y'all gonna know these. In 1990, y'all know why I picked 1990 in the Nesto universe, okay? Because the 90s are best, okay? 90s are the best one for a particular person in that sector. So top 10 R&B songs of 1990. Number 10, Hold On by En Vogue. Hold On by En Vogue. Ooh. I mean, who doesn't know Hold On by En Vogue? And who wouldn't be like dancing to Hold On by En Vogue? Though number 9, I was pulled back a little bit. All Around the World by Lisa Stansfield. And I Can't Find My Baby. I don't know where, I don't know why he's gone away. And I don't know where he can be, my baby. But I'm going to find him. That sounds like a stalking song. I'm sorry, Lisa Stansfield. You've been around the world looking for this man. Of course, he has ran from you all around the world. Why are you still looking and you're going to find him? That is a threatening song when you look at the lyrics. Moondust Angel is giving some advice on what her boyfriend recently bought for her that the ladies might like: a heated belt if you have challenges at that time of the month. Thank you, Moondust Angel. So number 8 in the top 10 R&B in 1990 is Rub You the Right Way by Johnny Gill. Is anyone surprised? Johnny Gill, Rub You the Right Way. I'm not going to do those lyrics because y'all know. Number 7 is Escapade by Janet Jackson. Now, if Janet Jackson was not on this top 10 list, I was going to scrap this list. I'm sorry. Not only is she number 7 with Escapade, she is also number 6 with All Right. Janet Jackson's All Right is number 6. So she's got 6 and 7. Okay. Y'all give me a double dose. K Sharp is more who? Johnny Rubbin. Okay. Who is Johnny Rubbin? And where's he living? At the pool house? At a certain person's pool house, allegedly? Okay. So yes, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, has number 7, Escapade, and number 6, All Right. Hey, Jackson Tabasco, glad to have you here. Hey, Unfiltered Doll Reactions, you're driving. Drive safely, please. This is just an intermission time. We're talking about the top 10 R&B songs of 1990 because why? That particular person in the Nesto sector said the 90s are the best time. So that's why I picked 1990 at first, okay? So 10 was Hold On with En Vogue, 9 was All Around the World, Lisa Stansfield, 8 was Rub You the Right Way, Johnny Gill, 7 is Escapade by Janet Jackson, and 6 is All Right, Janet Jackson. Okay? Well, Jackson Tabasco said she didn't lie. She didn't lie. I guess she didn't lie. You didn't like Rub You the Right Way? Oh, okay. I guess it didn't rub you the right way. Maybe it wasn't for you. It wasn't to rub you. Y'all gonna make me be bad tonight. Number 5 is Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. Now, come on now. Y'all know she never trust a what? Never trust a big button to smile. Because that girl is poison. Is that not true today? That was back in 1990. And it's true today in 2025. But this time you don't know if it's a natural big ol' butt and a smile. You don't know. Because the lips could be plugged up. Anyway, let me leave the derriere alone. So, number 4 is one of my personal favorites. I would have put it at number 1, but y'all let me know. I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. I'm telling you, I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. I will have to shut it down and I'm going to have to lip sync along. Okay? Lip sync along. Poison for me. I did a dance routine and won a talent show. You better go, Unfiltered Doll Reaction. Poison was it for you. Never trust a BBL and a smile. Thank you, Jackson Tabasco. Thank you. Hey, John Tony, glad to have you here. Class of 93. Yeah, never trust a BBL and a smile. It's filled with poison. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you have your BBL and it's smelling good, looking good, feeling good. This is not about you. This is about the people who don't have the plump lumps. Okay, let me say it that way. The best way for you to the plump lumps. Whitney Houston's my girl. Yes. So I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston. I'm sorry. Even the video gets me every time. So number 3, this is why I understand this song, but it wouldn't have been above I'm Your Baby Tonight. But maybe somebody could say something else. 3 is Misunderstanding by Al B. Shore. Is that higher than I'm Your Baby Tonight? Is that higher than Poison? Well, apparently the rotation and sales said Misunderstanding by Al B. Shore is higher than I'm Your Baby Tonight, higher than Poison, higher than All Right Janet Jackson, higher than Escapade. Thank you, Moondust Danger. I don't know about that one. Al, you could sit this one out. You could have sit this one out. Al could have been off of this. But number two is BBD. I Thought It Was Me. I Thought It Was Me. Belle Biv DeVoe. So y'all realize not only Miss Jackson, If You're Nasty, is twice on this list, but Belle Biv DeVoe is twice on this list as well. So now here they are, number 2 with I Thought It Was Me, BBD. They certainly thought it was them that made the girls go wild. But come to find out, you're just like all the guys. So y'all ready for the number 1? It must have been all because Al was fine. Al B. Shore was fine. It must have been. Because he was fine. But now the number 1 song, again, of 1990, I'm surprised this person did not make it twice on the song and that this is the only one. Okay? We might have to have a talk with those record executives because how did Al B. Shore beat Whitney? Exactly. Now the number 1 song, I know y'all know who's missing out of this list, is Mariah Carey. Number 1 song is from Mariah Carey. But I don't think y'all understand which song from Mariah Carey is number 1. According to them. Number 1 top 10 R&B songs for 1990 is Love Takes Time. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Couldn't see that I was so blind to let you go. I cannot escape the pain inside. Because love takes time. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here alone. I don't know if that would have been my top for Mariah, though. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. Yep, it's a fave, but is it number 1? Thank you, Jackson Tabasco. It's a rocker. It's a rocker. I can drive. I can do a long drive just listening to that song. But it's the number 1 for 1990. Right. Well, Fantasy wasn't out. Nope, it wasn't out yet. But remember, in the top 10 of all the general songs, her song on the top 10 was Vision of Love for 1990. So it had to be that this surpassed Vision of Love in the R&B group, in the R&B genre. It's a good song, but not number 1. Or her ex-husband was the head guy then. Right. He was the head guy. Clive Davis was her husband at the time. So again, Love Takes Time. I don't want to be here alone. It's lonely at number 1. It's lonely at number 1. So that was the top 10 R&B songs of 1990. Let me know, of course, in your comments, in your chats, if you want us to keep on doing something like this. Just pick a different year, and we're going to talk about the songs, see what we like and what we don't like. But let's get back to, this was a second post. Someone asked, let's discuss having intimacy at different times in life, such as the men and the O and the pause, or after childbirth, because it's interesting how these things can impact a relationship as it gets older. Not Clive, Sonny Dude? I thought it was Clive. Clive or Clyde Davis. I thought it was. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So this person is asking about intimacy in different times in life because we talked about it in the recent episode of Unsolicited Advice, where this lady was, you know, had a kid and her husband looked at her differently. And I talked about a Madonna complex, and Madonna was in the top 10 of the 100 songs for 1990. And it's where, after you give birth and you have a kid, it's something that they say, I'm of course not a therapist at all, that they say after you give birth, sometimes your husband or your significant other can look at you as more of the mother, the nurturer, and not the rub it, flip it, rub it down. We talked about Johnny Gill, rub you the right way. He ain't thinking about you like that anymore. You're more look as the mother of his child, which makes you kind of like Madonna, untouchable, kind of like, on a pedestal. So that can happen. Some people do go to therapy. Some people, some men after the period of healing for the lady after childbirth, they can get out of it. But some people get into that, mode. Sometimes a woman gets into that mode of seeing herself as more a mom and caretaker and not the wild thing. If y'all know Tone Loc, no longer the wild thing she was when she got with that dude. But, and we talk about this on Unfiltered Doll Reactions. She is doing a great job in letting the girls know how the changes in life in the, peripause and the menopause section, how our bodies change. Now, I've been going through it since I was 33, full disclosure. Since I was 33, the perimenopause, since 33, yes, it's early, okay? But mainly, night sweats and stuff. But as far as intimacy, it's more my mood. Ooh, just like postpartum, more my mood. Really more my mood. I've heard from women who've had babies, very high intimacy drive before they had the babies and quite low after. Right, because also to Mondes Danger with that, let's just say what the body needs to help with labor is what the men provide. So that's why the doctors sometimes say the drive for the lady is higher during that time, because what the men provide can help dilate for birth. That's as politely as I can say it. That's as politely as I can say. That's one thought process as to why the drive is higher. You mean put that thing down, flip it and reverse it? Yes, I do mean that. I do mean that. Are you saying, whoa, because I was 33 when I started? Yeah, 33. But I'm getting the knack of it with the perimenopause with my diet. For me, and it's only for me, you can certainly see what works for you best. What I find for me is that I'm more of a night sweat person. I'm not a hot flash in the daytime person. And for me, if I do have it at night, it's telling me I'm off in my hormone levels and I'm off with my diet. Now, what usually helps me if I say, dang, I had one night sweat last night, I'm really low in my soy intake. And for me, and I'm not diagnosing anyone, I'm just telling you my experience. For me, I could just have, some cereal with soy milk the next day, or I can have anything. I can blend up some soy in something and it gives my body the soy it needs. And I have to do that like every day for the next few days and I'm fine. Like 3 days and I'm good for a week. Another 3 days. I need to make sure I incorporate soy a few times a week and I can avoid that. Now, what I recently saw is they told me that ladies, and this is just a guess, the ladies of the Asian population has a lot of iodine in their diet and they avoid pausing altogether. They avoid all the side effects that we get, the hot flashes and the night sweats. And that's what I'm starting to research. I'm like, wait a minute, do I need to incorporate iodine as well in my, in my diet? But for me, it's diet. Now, as far as intimacy in the pause section, it happens different way because your body is sweating, night sweats, or when you have a hot flash, you are sweating, okay? Because you are sweating. Hey, Bible lady, glad to have you here. I was calling you out earlier. somebody had a question. When your body is sweating during the hot flashes or the night sweats, that sometimes means that how can I say, down yonder ain't gonna have the liquidity it usually has because it's coming out today. We're talking about someone asked about the changes in intimacy in different times in your life, either during menopause or childbirth. The body is going through changes. It's interesting how these things can impact relationships as we get older. That's what we're talking presently, and the topic can change right after, in a few. That's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'm really looking into that iodine stuff. But for me, if I have soy in my diet, it's fine. If it's, I'm looking at doing the iodine. But when you are sweating, the night sweats and the other stuff, sometimes the body no longer has the moisture for other regions, if y'all can understand me. Because again, we ain't behind no membership wall. Make sure y'all have liked it. Make sure y'all like the video and y'all are subscribed to the channel. I can't say but so much in certain manners. But your body is using up all that moisture for your sweating. Sometimes you could be in the middle of clapping and all of a sudden somebody turned the faucet off and it becomes the Karoo Desert. That's the desert in South Africa, y'all, that I'm covering for Alone, History Channel's Alone season 12 that I bring the recaps out for. Sometimes right in the middle of clapping, it becomes a desert. Nothing's there. Got nothing for you. So you need to hydrate. And what we did learn on Filtered Doll Reactions channel, because she goes out there and she gets the research for us, you have, your coconut water, your pineapple juice. Some people are drinking okra water now to keep the body hydrated, to keep everything lubricated, if you could say that. Have you found your drive is affected as the same as it always was? I worry the drive lowers. When lowers, it might bother my partner. So, as a woman of a particular age with a 4 in front of the number, my drive is not lower. It's at a peak. Okay? It's at a peak. So I'm the one like, hey, what we doing? What we doing? Can we put two hands together and clap? Okay. For me, it has not diminished except right after I have a kid, it would diminish for a period of time. And then once my hormones are back, that's my guess. My hormones are back. I'm back to normal. Bible Lady tells us, I found that my night sweats were contributed to my diet. Once I eliminated sugar, those sweats diminished. I've been post-menopausal for 11 years. After I completely went through menopause, my drive increased. Okay, I'm not through it yet. Hey, High Vibe, glad to have you here. I'm not through it yet. And if there are any gentlemen out there listening to us, please chime in. If you do have experience with your lady who may have experienced a pause or not, we would certainly like to hear your experience of that experience she's having. Hey, let's talk about it all. Glad to have you here. Now, Bible Lady, my kryptonite is sugar. Okay, my kryptonite is sugar. It isn't as much as Mr. ElCid. When I tell y'all, oh my gosh, sugar is definitely his kryptonite. Okay, but I can go and maybe how the package of the cookie thing says 2 cookies are a serving size. I can just have 2 cookies and I'm good. Mr. ElCid got to have the whole package. Okay, the whole pack. I'll have just, serving size is 2 cookies. I'm good. It hit the spot and that's it. And as I was saying earlier, Bible Lady, my, to help me is I would have soy in my diet. I increase soy in my diet. It increases my, I guess, estrogen, and that works for me. But that's just me. I know it works for some friends of mine, and one of my friends, she could only take in the soy if she has soy chocolate milk or the soy chocolate something, or she gets like a mocha frappuccino and she gets it with soy milk, and that's her, she has to have one of that a week or just one soy chocolate thing, and she's good for at least a week. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. I eat the whole pack in one setting. Definitely an addiction. Girl, Jackson. But if we sit together, I can help you. If we sit together, I can totally help you not eat the whole pack. I'll have the 2 cookies. You have a whole packet minus 2 cookies. Do you eat tofu? I do not like tofu. Tofu is a little too processed for me. Um, it's a little too processed for me. It I know you cook it. People say you cook it. I have done. I can't. I can't do tofu. It's too processed. Too. It for me. It reminds me of like this is probably plastic. Now I have been vegan for a little while, but I didn't have a variety of stuff. So now I'll do a vegan day or a vegan weekend. But I'm more pescatarian. I'll have fish, but I'll get the salmon. I'll cook it and I'll cut up my fresh stuff and do salmon patties. We have a garden. That's where Mr. ElCid is right now. We have a garden and he would grow on every single spot we have out there, grow something. It just would be too many plants. It'll have no place for us to walk. But when I tell you is a plethora of stuff, and now we got red okra. I don't know when he planted that. And we got eggplants, like the eggplant that look like string beans. I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know what to do with that. I began premenopause at the age of 27 years young. Had my last on my 45th birthday. Girl, 27, you beat me. I told them I was 33. Girl, you beat me. And I was younger than that with my last because, I had to take the entire kitchen sink out. If y'all understand the faucet, the faucet and the faucet, the handles to the faucet are still there, but the sink itself is gone. The sink. So that was my last one. Ooh, I was like, please take it, doctor, take it. They said on radio today that women get weird pregnancy cravings. One woman said she eats watermelon with mustard on it. Girl, I wasn't that weird. But I did have like Popeye's biscuit with mustard on it. I did have like scrambled eggs and applesauce. I was some weird cravings. I was different. That was my weird cravings. Mine was natural, no removal of kitchen parts. Well, that's wonderful, Bible lady. I'm glad you were no removal of kitchen parts. I just, what was going on with me at the time, and we could talk about it more once we get behind a member wall, was going on with me is I had to have the removal of the kitchen sink. There was all kinds of stuff going on there. I'm too lazy to do a garden. Hats off to you guys. Girl, he likes to tinker in the garden at the worst times. Like now is the time to go in the garden, when it's over cloudy or whatever. I like the European model. You go in the garden early in the morning before the sun is really blazing, and then you go, in the evening when the sun is about setting. But he liked to be there in the middle of the day, like he getting a tan. I'm already darkly toasted enough. I don't need to be out there. I got the sink and faucets removed. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, the sink and the faucet, y'all. If y'all understanding, this is biology. This is the way we can say what it is for YouTube streets, okay? I cannot put an anatomy chart here, okay? But the kitchen sink is where a baby would be growing, okay? And the faucets is all the tubes and the over and the rees that would be there, just for a legend for those of you who may be lost in the sauce. I've met people who eat watermelon and mustard regularly. Weird. Never trust a person that eats mustard or watermelon. Well, what about, Bible lady, what about mustard on a hot dog? Because people tell me I'm weird. And that, I guess, comes from my Boston family. Because I love mustard and no grilled onions, like raw onions and mustard on a hot dog when I used to eat hot dogs. Right now, it's got to be something else. Your skin is beautiful. Thank you so much, Bible lady. I'm trying, but, I fall from grace at times. When I have chocolate, I get bumps and stuff. Why am I slow tonight? I just got it. Ari, because this is not how you used to talking about stuff. You used to just talking about it right away, okay? You don't eat hot dogs on mustard? You missing out. My grandfather used to put relish on everything. He used to put relish on everything. I know we're going in and out, but this is unscripted. It's wherever y'all want the conversation to go. I thought everybody had mustard on a hot dog. Maybe not. Girl, Moondust Angel. The first time I even saw mustard on a burger like McDonald's or anything was upstate New York, New England. That was the first place I saw mustard. Like people really just naturally just mustard on stuff. In New York, you got to ask them to add mustard. but very common for people to put mustard on hot dogs. Not where I was. I was looked at funny. Hot dogs and mustard is normal. I was looked at funny in New York. When I said mustard, it was like, what? And raw onions. And raw onions. I love mustard on my hot dog. Well, I'm glad I found my tribe. I'm glad I found my tribe that it ain't weird. I always thought mustard on hot dogs and burgers was common. In some places it is, but some places it's not. Like in your burger, Here, down south, I've seen like Wendy's, it's only ketchup. Ketchup and like mayo, but not so much mustard. I'm more blunt about things. I usually don't talk in euphemisms. Well, girl, you need to be on YouTube. I haven't had a hot dog in a long time. Nathan's hot dog for me. Yes, mustard on my hot dog. Mimi, you do not understand. That is one of the things that will make my nose and my brain buckle. Is when I smell a Nathan's hot dog and somebody got Nathan's hot dogs like going on a grill. And it's got to be Nathan's. I know the smells of the other hot dogs. I remember Coney Island and go passing by Nathan's and smelling their fries. And that would be like, do I really have to be pescatarian today? And then I remember, like, you're not supposed to be eating a hot dog, girl. I'm in North Carolina. We love it here. Girl, I've only been to North Carolina. I've been through Charlotte. So a video of Whoopi Goldberg, she said someone told her that the official food in New York is yogurt. And she was really offended. I'm not sure it's true or not. I know New York, we're known for our bagels. We're known for pizza. We're known for street hot dogs. And don't trust the street hot dog vendor if they ain't got some kind of running water to wash their hands. That's all I'm saying. Curious about the name. Oh, I thought she was a pet. Okay, maybe it's about petting the pet, not actually the pet. In the South, people put chili, slaw, onions, relish, ketchup, mustard, all on them. No sauerkraut. I don't hear sauerkraut. Oh, Mimi. Oh, that's what I can have. And that's what I will continue to have is a garlic knot. Oh, girl. And if it has little bits of garlic chunks on it. Aldi has a great garlic knot in a foil bag I don't keep it in the foil bag, but it's over by the bread section that is a garlic knot in like a silver kind of bag. Aldi has a great garlic knot. For those of you who can't have gluten and stuff like that, I'm sorry. I never read the package to see if it does have it. All I know is every now and then when I do feel for it, I'll have that one. They are each other's pets. Love Aldi. Oh, now unfiltered doll reactions on her channel. We call it the Isle of Shame. Y'all, I have not been to Aldi in at least a couple months because that Isle of Shame gets me every time. Now, Mr. ElCid goes to Aldi and he'll call me, is there anything you want? Or do they have kiwi? Do they have mangoes? What about that salsa? Because they have a pico de gallo that I use that and put it in my omelets. When I have a, no cheese omelet, I would definitely put that pico. It's all just everything fresh, just cut up. It's in the square dish. I'll put that in there. Oh, and it has, just a little bit of the pepper, but it has the onions, the tomato, cilantro. Absolutely great ingredient. I just scramble my eggs, put it on there, and put it in there. Yes, Aldi does have great gluten-free options. Made spaghetti with their chickpea pasta. They do have a great chickpea pasta. And I wanted to see if they had it in bow tie because I love a bow tie Greek pasta salad. And I wanted to try the gluten-free version. Now, what I have done, which, I don't tell my kids all the time when I cook and it's no meat in it. I made a lasagna with red beans and I mashed up the red beans and it looks like minced meat. And when I did the layers of the lasagna and I put all of the stuff in it and they actually thought it was, minced meat, but it was actually a red bean lasagna. It's only when they saw me eating it, they're like, wait a minute, it can't have meat in it if you're eating it. Yep, the pizza addiction is real up here. I don't see us leaving New York again. Love it. Mimi, I just miss the bagels. And when I used to eat meat, please forgive me. Y'all don't judge me too harshly. I miss the White Castle. I used to eat, when you're coming home from the club and you got to catch that, you got to get the little burgers, the mini burgers from White Castle. I know they got Crystals here in the South, but Crystals wasn't it. Crystals was no, I'm sorry, for me, Crystals is no competition for the White Castle burgers. What made you become a vegetarian? Um, oh, Seagola, you see the White Castles too? I even tried it in the South, the frozen ones. And wrap it up, and how they say heat it up. You're not coming. Y'all not coming back, girl. I'll come back for a bagel. Now, Mr. ElCid got me on being a vegetarian. Okay, they say listen to your husband. Okay, I listened. He said let's eat better, let's eat healthier. Okay, we came off the meat, we came off the poultry, we came off the red meat, and then he left me, and he went back to eating chicken. Okay, we spent at least a good year or two. We even had a vegan Thanksgiving where we had a whole bunch of stuff, total vegan Thanksgiving, and a vegan mac and cheese, vegan everything. And then I think after that New Year, he was like, I want to go back to eating chicken. I was like, okay, but I'll be over here. I'm not having chicken. I'll put fish back because that's the only thing. I'd eat salmon. I'll eat tuna steaks, mahi, any kind of fish. I will try and have it. Even the cod. Oh, when we went to Portugal and I had cod, which is bacalhau, I ate well in Portugal. All the fish dishes I can eat, heck yeah, I ate well in Portugal. I've only found a penne and rotini chickpea pasta at Aldi's. I'll have to check Bible Lady. I'll switch up. I've even done the shells from my Greek salad. I've lived in Indy. That's in Raleigh. Is it Checkers? Never remember since basically the same. I can't remember the Indy specifically. Before my gluten allergies, when I visited up north, I would go to White Castle and order White Castle with no meat, extra grilled onions. So good. Okay, that's a good thought. I never decided no meat, extra grilled onions. I could totally do that if I went to White Castle. But the grilled onions gonna be on the same grill. I don't know if they grill the onions separately. You better confirm that for me, Bible Lady, because I would just be, oh no. No. Nothing beats grilled tuna steak. It's so delicious. Also grilled swordfish. Grilled saltfish. Grilled flying fish. Oh my golly. That's what I miss is really the food. Chicken and fish I can eat every day. Well, fish in moderation. Fish in moderation. Well, today I didn't have any of that. I actually put on some golden potatoes to roast in my air fryer. And I don't know. I told Mr. ElCid to fix me up some shrimp. He can't have shrimp, but pick me up some shrimp or whatever. First time I had bacalhau, I was surprised. My grandmother used to make cod the same way. Wondered there's a connection with soul food. Yes, there is. Cod is bacalhau. That is my Trini roots coming forward. Cod is bacalhau. In Trinidad, we would call it bacalhau. But here we had to learn to call it cod. It is the same thing. When I went to Portugal, it really reinforced it for me because it would be on the menu as bacalhau and not as cod. And I would be like, my husband would be like, what is that? I said, it's salted cod. It's okay. It's okay. And there was so much food. I mean, it was family style food in Portugal. We would order like 2 different dishes the first night. We were so tired. We were so hungry. Oh my gosh. We had a 5-hour layover in France at their airport, and we were waiting. And then by the time we finally got to the hotel in Portugal, great time. We were tired and hungry, and we just went. We did not listen when the people said it may be too much food for you. Just order 1 plate. And we're like, no, because we gotta wait. It's cooked to order. It's going to take forever. It's going to take forever if we want something else. And they're like, nope. We ordered 2. It was a lot of food. I mean, we ate it. We ate good. I'll go inside to order and have them clean the grill before cooking onions. They hate me. Okay, Bible Lady, I can't have them. And I can't have it. I'll have to find out when do y'all cook, when do y'all do the grill. Or I'll have to go when they open and say, hey, before y'all throw them burgers on there, can you just grill some onions? Before you throw them burgers on there, do a second washing for me. I'll have to go when they open. Because I can't do that to them at night when there's a line of people. There's a line of people in the driveway at all. Good to know. Yeah, I realized bacalhau was the Portuguese word. There's so much, like, Avocado, in the Caribbean, some Caribbean islands call it zabuca. It's a lot that has the Portuguese or Spanish name in the Caribbean. That's saying a lot because I think cod is bland as all get out. It is. It's you can think of cod like how people think of tofu. It is very bland, but you could season the heck out of it. And for me, I prefer if it's a cod steak, I prefer to kind of like pan sear it with the seasonings. Oh, it's so good. Or if you do like a cream sauce, but I definitely like to pan sear and I definitely like to grill it like that. It absolutely is amazing. It's kind of like how people would cook scallions sometimes. You could cook cod like that. Yes, it is bland. Like just like tuna steaks are bland to some as well. But that too I would prefer good. I'm not a chef, cook, whatever. I've learned. When we were going through our vegan, vegan time, we made everything out of spaghetti. I bought this huge machine thing that made spaghetti out of everything. I would get the zucchini spaghetti. We would make sweet potato spaghetti. We would chop it all down, but especially the zucchini spaghetti. Oh, we love that. Oh, that was awesome. You never had cod, Jackson, Tabasco? You're missing out. You're missing out. A cod steak is really good. It's a lot though. It's like a thick steak. It's a thick meat. It will have you, relatively full, but it has to be properly seasoned. Blackened cod, it has to have a seasoning, or else it will taste as bland. You make curry or roti? Girl, yes, I do make curry. I more do curry chickpeas and curried potato. Curry and potato together. I'm sorry, chickpeas and potato curry together. I can't put the shrimp in it because Miss ElCid is allergic, so I just do shrimp on the side. Heard to make those in Caribbean homes. Are really surprised because I thought only made stuff like that in India and Europe. Now remember, Moon Dust Angel, the folks from East India also were indentured servants that came to the Caribbean. So they came to the Caribbean to work fields and earn land. So my paternal grandfather is of East Indian descent. So again, there was a migration from India to the Caribbean. So that's where we get our roti. That's where we got what we call bus up. And we would get, other East Indian dishes and drinks and so forth. Time to go have to hit the gym. Have a great one, Bible Lady. Thank you for being here. Yep, spaghetti squash is good. Do you put coconut milk in your curry? Yes, you got to. Well, how do we do curry without coconut milk? I'll be interested to know that. Of course I put coconut milk in my curry. That's all I know. Now I got a sale. I went to the Asian market and I bought 2 cases of like Thai coconut milk and it's really, really good. It was on sale. I had to buy it. So yes, I do put coconut milk in curry. Fascinating. Could please come around for curry, please? I'm sure amazing cook. Well, no one in the household has passed away, so I guess I'm decent enough for them to eat. Yeah, I have no problem. I just don't, I cook a little bit differently. Now, the curry I like is the more dark brown curry, which I've learned is more Pakistani curry. I love that curry. Ooh, it has a little bit of tamarind in it, so it has a little bit of a sweet nature to it. Now, that curry I absolutely love. I have not learned to make it. The last time when I ate meat, and I was weaning off of meats, the last meat I was weaning off of was lamb, and I had that curried lamb, absolutely amazing. But now I'll go and have dal, which is actually, curried or stewed down split peas, okay? We need to get together and have a family dinner sometime. Yes, we do. We do have to get together and have a family dinner. Have to do it stateside. I'm not traveling right now at all. I'm not leaving the boundaries of this. Have Indian, but can't handle hot spices. I love curry though. Girl, I am too. As I said, my paternal grandfather is East Indian and I cannot handle if I eat curry that's way too spicy, I will break out in hives if it's way too spicy. That's how my life has been. I was like, oh, there's some things I have to ask if I go around East Indian family. I'm like, hey, what is the spice level of this? Meanwhile, my mother, she loves things quite spicy. If it ain't burning the roof of your mouth, then it ain't really tasting anything. So she always has her pepper sauce on the side. Now, in the garden growing is some hot peppers, the Carolina Reaper, the Scotch bonnet, the hot peppers, they're growing out back. The Tabasco style peppers and the mild banana peppers are growing outside. And my mother taught my son, my eldest son, how to make pepper sauce, which is, they had to blend it up, y'all. It was so hot. Those peppers were so hot last year. They had to blend it in the blender outside the house. That's how hot the peppers were. When they blended it all down together, even I was outside and I was like, y'all, that's too much. It's like burning my eyes. My first trip to Jamaica, I put hot pepper sauce in my curry chicken like American hot sauce. Baby, I almost ran out the restaurant. Girl, you better be careful. Not in the U.S., but if I ever come, I could definitely meet up for dinner. It'd be lovely. Girl, it would be lovely, but I would warn against it for right now unless you're a U.S. national. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm willing to say about that. It would be lovely. Okay, I've been talking about my Sweden trip next year. I'm looking both ways before I cross the road. Totally looking both ways. But high five when we went to Jamaica and we got a whole chicken. This was years ago. We got a whole chicken, mild jerk, and we told them mild, real mild. And it still had a kick of spice. Not too bad, but it still had a kick of spice in it. And we ate that, girl. And we did it. We went on a cruise ship and was stopping in Jamaica. We stopped at that place, a tour to get. And would you believe the cruise ship almost told, they were telling us we couldn't bring, because we ate about half of it, we couldn't bring the rest of the jerk chicken on board. And this was 2017? I think it was 2017. Yeah, I think it was 2017. I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? I just bought this. Are you acting like a hotel? I can't bring food on board? I'm like, since when? Where's the sign that says I cannot bring local food on here? Now, I understand some baked goods there, could be, the devil's lettuce mixed into baked goods. We understand that. But this is a jerk chicken. You can have some. We can eat it right here in front of you. It's not nothing in it. That lunatic in the WH is not safe now. When I'll consider coming over. Girl, it ain't safe. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, that was weird. It was weird. I could understand if you didn't want us to bring alcohol, but we didn't buy duty-free alcohol from there. We bought it on the ship. But it's like, dude, it's chicken. It's not baked goods. So y'all, is there anything else? Because we could talk about food, we could talk about music. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Because let's get the rundown, because I'm doing Alone. Episode 4 is going to upload tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I'm doing Match Me Abroad with actually Aubrey podcast. She was in the chat. Hey, Aubrey. Do y'all want to do King's Court? I did put up a post. I said hit the like if y'all want to do. Bravo had Queen's Court last time, and this time they're having King's Court. Now, I will be biased. It's because I saw Tyson Beckford there. Okay, Tyson Beckford is one of the kings in the King's Court. Carlos Boozer, he is a NBA star, and then Titus O'Neil, who is from the WWE. Okay, WWE. Yes, he was wrestling. Now, King's Court is they do dating. They weed through the ladies. Okay, they kind of like decide who they're going to keep, who they're going to eliminate, until they drill it down to who they want to be with. Now, I just was interested because I was like, Tyson Beckford? Really? That's who we got? I mean, Tyson Beckford, you still single out here? What is Tyson Beckford doing out here? So let me know. Let me know. Said my son is autistic. Does have any issues with dating, or is he not interested in dating because some autistic people have no interest in dating? He has no interest in dating right now. And once he get an interest in dating, I think it's going to happen quick, like his interest in driving. Because he didn't want to drive for the longest time. He's like, why should I drive, Mom, when you could take me anywhere I want to go? Like, ooh, jeez. That hurt like be someone. Jesus. I was like, no. I won't want to go. He's like, well, whenever you go to the store, I'll just fit myself in. I was like, dude, no. Then all of a sudden this year, And his therapist said, don't force it. Don't force him to drive. Just leave it alone. This year, all of a sudden in February, he's like, okay, mom, I'm ready to learn to drive. Okay. He went, did the test, paid for his ID out of his own pocket money, and he did his lessons in 6 weeks, and he came back with a driver's license again. So I think in his dating, girls are coming up to him and talking, and he's like, yeah, I didn't even notice she was standing there talking to me. So again, it's gonna happen. When it hit him, it's gonna be like quick like that. Oh, you bought a bottle of Grand Marnier in Mexico. Customs tried to seize it at the Houston airport. I almost lost it. Girl, if you seize it, I'm just gonna break this bottle in this bin. Ain't no way you season that whole. That's all I'm saying. You ain't seasoning this bottle whole. I agree with you, High Vibe. Ain't no way you season this whole, because I know somebody is taking my bottle home or trying to take my bottle home. And funny you should say that, High Vibe, because I saw a show where they were investigating. This was back in 2000, 2001. There was a show where they saw that the TSA agents had sticky fingers. The news crew had an iPad that they put through. I don't know if any of y'all saw this. And they dinged it and they saw, it disappeared. The guy at TSA was like, oh no, we don't have it. We don't know. Check lost and found. It never showed up. The next day, or a few hours, they went ding, and it was at his house. They go to his house with the location device on the thing, because whatever they had on it, whether the iPad was on or off, they can get the location. They pull up to his house, say, hey man, no, it's here. And then they had a sound tracker on it. So the news crew put the alarm sound on it, and they at the front door can hear ding, 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 whatever the alarm was. And the man produced the tablet. And he tried to blame his wife, saying it's his wife. His wife took it. They're like, no. We have it on camera that the last person to have it in their hand was you. I mean, he eventually gave up the whole game on how the TSA agents were stealing, and he went to jail. So, girl, I would have had to maybe not break the bottle because it may seem as threatening, okay? But I would go open that bottle and pour it out. Pour it out right in that trash can. Exactly how I'm going to pour it out in that trash can. Somebody's trying to make a move on this. I may bust open the perfume bottle. Colonel Furrow, autistic boy, he screamed at me asking if I was diseased. What on earth was wrong with our eyes? I never laughed so hard. Right, because they can't pick up the social cues. Didn't catch the bunch of TSA at Newark Airport theft a few years ago. Exactly. They did. That's a bit... Yeah, they did catch the TSA folks in Newark. And the thing is, I don't know. People are saying, their wages could be. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it has changed. I thought TSA were officially federal employees. They had them good federal benefits. I don't know. Maybe they're contract workers now. I don't know. Now, also, I did a recap of a show. Okay. I did one of my videos that I did was a recap, Baggage Claim. If y'all want to check that out, that was a pretty good movie. I liked that. It was really, really good movie called Baggage Claim. I enjoyed making that thumbnail too. No, Carry On. Sorry, Carry On. Carry On. I have a recap and review called Carry On. Was really good. Oh, whoa, Grand Marnier. See, High Vibe saying that Grand Marnier. I haven't bought my selection for this for this week, High Vibe. So you saying that Grand Marnier, my Jose Cuervo with Grand Marnier, I usually get that and have that in the house, but I haven't. Just opportunity and timing. That's very tempting for people. Yes, they always say like anything with theft and fraud, it's about opportunity. Think about all the new shiny things they see, not making excuses. Hey, Picky P, glad to have you here. Late stopping by real quick. Hair looks good. Thank you. Part of the replay crew. Thank you, Picky P. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you've liked and you are subscribed to the channel. So y'all, as I ran through what we're doing on this channel, We are doing, as I said, Alone. That recap for episode 4 is coming out tomorrow. We are doing Match Me Abroad. Y'all got, I haven't said anybody say they want to do King's Court. I see 2 people in the comment section of that post. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all want to do King's Court, because we're waiting for Love is Blind to come back. We're waiting for Love is Blind. Y'all know we're also doing Project Runway. We are doing Project Runway around here. And if you haven't checked it out, if you want to be on the replay, I have over 700 views. Thank you so much on the Meet the Designers, where we had a good time. We had a good time reviewing the designers on Project Runway, and I just showed you a few of their fashions from their Instagram. Moondust Angel, I could tell you where I got it. I could tell you my hair routine. So we'll put that up for next week. We'll talk about the hair routine for my natural hair next week, Friday. We'll put that up for it, because I have to talk about that journey, because natural hair has been a journey for me. When is Project Runway? It is July 31st. That's why I did it a month ahead, so as many people as possible could know that I'm doing Project Runway. As I said, we did the designers, and every other day I'm putting a small short out with a clip of the designers, and that's doing really well. So far, I've done Ethan as a clip, I've done Joseph, I've done Joan, VJ, and it's in no particular order. It is on Freeform. I have a post out here for Project Runway. It is on Freeform, which is on YouTube TV and most other channels. It's also on Disney Plus and on Hulu. Okay, so that's Project Runway. If you were looking to see exactly where to catch it, it's on Freeform, Hulu, and Disney Plus. And what I'm going to do is it's going to be a live. I think I may do it on Saturdays, y'all. I'm getting way too busy. Saturday is like my only free night. I can't do it Wednesday because that's a Thursday night. That's a Thursday night, and I want to catch it hot. It's either I do it Saturday in the afternoon, probably 2 or 3 o'clock, or I do it Sunday and replace Unsolicited Advice. But y'all told me about myself when I went to once a week on Unsolicited Advice. Y'all told me about myself. So right now, Sundays, I am doing Unsolicited Advice, and I'm with actually Aubrey covering Match Me Abroad. If I am going to do King's Court for y'all, it'll have to be Monday evenings. Tuesday, we may move Match Me Abroad to Tuesdays, but Wednesdays is Unsolicited Advice. Fridays is this Unscripted. The days are filling up, and then when Love is Blind comes out, when they finally tell us when Love is Blind comes out, then we're going to have to change the rotation. We're going to have to change the rotation, but definitely Project Runway has been on fire, especially on my channel. Now, y'all remember why we're doing Project Runway, right? Because Law Roach is a permanent judge. That is why I am doing Project Runway, because Law Roach is a permanent judge. And let you see what the trailer showed Law Roach as.
Image architect, Law Roach.
You ready? Oh, I hated it.
Hate is such a big word.
It's a short word. It's only 4 letters. Bravo, my love. I love tears. They feed me.
I love tears. They feed me. That's what we have to look forward to from Law Roach. So we're going to do it live because I want your input. And if you watch the replay of Meet the Designers, anything with high heel shoes, anything with the champagne bottles popping, means it's a favorite design of yours. We're going to just cover the designs. I cannot show you the runway. Y'all will have to make sure y'all see the runway. We're just going to say, hey, this is what the challenge is. These are what they put out there, and this is what the judges had to say, top and bottom. And I have to warn you, the very first night on the 31st, they're giving us 2 episodes. They're giving us 2 episodes. So 2 designers may leave if they go with a designer leaving every night. But that first night, the 31st, it's going to be 2 hours, y'all. So just buckle up. Be ready. It's going to be a long live. I may decide to do it Saturday at like 2 o'clock. So my West Coast crew can be up and at 'em and watching it. And so my East Coast folks is after dinner and run their errands, but before they go out to dinner. I'm trying to make sure y'all still have a social life. Trying to make sure y'all still have a social life when we're going through this. Yes, 2 episodes. They're hitting us. Bam, bang. They're hitting us. 2 episodes. And the first episode, if y'all want a teaser, the first episode, they're putting them in the dreadful groups, where it's 2 different groups to act like fashion houses. Now, y'all know that is a dreaded time. Nobody likes that. Because it has to be a cohesive look with all these different designers to come up together. Whew, I just hope Casey ain't getting kicked out on the first episode again. If Casey gets kicked out again like she did in the first episode, ooh, I feel sorry for her. But yes, it's going to be 2 episodes that night of the 31st. So y'all have only on Friday and half a day Saturday to get it together to be ready for the live. But I'm going to have pictures for y'all of what went down the runway, what the judges claim as the top and the bottom. I'm going to try and put it together and see how we can make it look a certain way. I have a thought, because it's 12 of them. I'll definitely put the top and the bottom looks definitely. I'll show you all the looks. I'll have a slide for each designer with all their looks, and then we'll have who's the top, who's the bottom, and then who was sent home. And do we agree with what the judges had to say? But we'll go straight to the fashions, but it's 2 episodes. So y'all, that is unscripted for tonight, unless you have anything else to share with me, anything else you'd like me to share. That has been a wonderful evening for me. I know many of you have other channels that you like to peruse on these YouTube streets. And please see in the description, I am on TikTok now. I just put up like my shorts on there. I am not live there. TikTok is like Vegas for me. It's like walking into a Vegas. It's like too many bells and whistles and overstimulating for me. So I just throw on a short and keep it moving. But yes, thanks, Debbie. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much to the ElCid family. We still going to see what kind of name we have, but we are growing as a family. Please make sure you have liked. Make sure you share. Make sure you're subscribed. We are less than 20 people, 20 subscribers away from the first threshold of 500 subscribers. So please make sure you hit the subscribe. We had over 700 people watching Project Runway Meet the Designers, and we are below 500 subscribers. Just hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the share, and continue to help the channel grow. And I thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody who contributed today. Let me know in the comments if you like the section with music. Y'all like the L Citizens? Okay, I'm going to make sure that is on the vote. But tell me if you like the hip-hop or the R&B music. Do you like the music segments? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you next week for Unscripted. But again, all week, we've got stuff going on channel. So make sure your notifications are on. So I'll see you on the next one.